We're working our way to an outstanding finish in this molding project. Here we're going to cover out-of-square outside corners and bad splices. Only about half the time can you cut 45-degree miters on baseboards and have them meet perfectly on outside corners. Built-up drywall compound and imperfect corner bead installation or framing generally leave you with something greater or less than an exact 90-degree angle, and standard 45-degree miters won't work. Don't even bother trying to measure the angle with an angle finder. It's easier to find the miter angle simply by testing with scraps. Start by cutting 45-degree miters on the ends of 10-inch long base scraps. Put them together at the corner to check the fit. Recut both pieces at angles slightly more or less than 45 degrees as required. There's no magic to it. After a few cuts and test fits, you'll find the right angle. After you find the angle, save the miter saw setting and cut the finished base miters. And don't think you have to limit yourself to whole numbers. More often than not, the right angle will fall between the marked degrees on your saw. It's surprising how big a difference even a half-degree adjustment will make. This method also works great for finding miters for corners other than 90 degrees. Just guess an angle to start with, and with a little practice, you'll find the perfect miter angle for any corner in moments. On to problem number 5, imperfect splices. While it's best to run a single length of base along a wall, at some point you'll be faced with splicing two pieces in the middle of a wall. When splicing, make the joint over a stud to keep the ends tight. But a simple butt joint is a poor technique because the glue won't hold both ends together, and it's tricky to line up the profiles perfectly when nailing. And to nail into the stud, you have to nail close to the end of the trim, where the wood is more prone to split. Here's the solution. Use scarf joints when joining links. The key to a clean splice is called a scarf joint. Cut the trim board about 1 inch short of a stud at about a 30-degree bevel facing the room. Nail it into the studs. Then cut the second board with the same 30-degree bevel but in the opposite direction. Assemble the joint, no glue, to check the fit and recut a slightly greater or lesser angle as needed for a perfect joint. Smear wood glue on both of the bevels. Push the joint together, and then nail the overlapping piece into the stud near the joint. The overlapping bevel will clamp the one behind it against the wall. Wipe off the glue squeezed out right away with a damp rag. If you're installing clear finish baseboards with a prominent grain pattern, select two pieces that match as closely as possible. Remember, measure twice, cut once, be safe, and thanks for watching.